Artificial intelligence, automation. I know there are software programs out there already, and they've been out there for at least a decade, to perform tasks for them on autopilot. I've known that. I wasn't ready. Now I start doing my research. An ad comes up, pops up, of course, after you start doing research. AI's tracking you. Content 360. They had a pre-launch sale, $67, lifetime member. I receive all future updates, upgrades, everything. And this is a moment in time. Pre-launch sales are happening often, and it's because we're going through a major transformation, not only with the monetary system, but with the next generation of the web rolling out, Web 3. Anyway, here I am, learning how to use Content 360. And I'm going through the motions, and I want to show you a few things that I learned, and they will continue to upgrade and make the software better. That's their plan. So I went through the motions, navigated, set up some ads. You have to go through the motions to learn it, really understand how the software works. And I went up to August 31st. I might delete these and do it again over the weekend, but I'll leave them for now. And why would I do that? There's a learning curve. There's a lot more to it than, meets the eye. I am starting over with my social media platforms. I deleted all my Instagram photos, and I'm starting over. I never really used Instagram, but now I plan on using it often. But these are the things you need to know when you use a software program. And I can't imagine this is the only software program that this happens with. These ads, I use the Content 360 to post to my Instagram account. And I created a new, icon there, storebuy.shop. I just keep getting better. Well, I tap on this, and you see the hashtags work. That was in the ad that I put together using the 360. But you see how the hashtags work. When the ad is sent from the 360, the Content 360, the hashtags work, but the URL don't. And what do you mean? Well, if I tap here, go to edit, I wrote it as a URL. I also tried it in other ones with a code. That doesn't work. But however, I have the name here, which is nice, storebuy.shop. And I might open up another account for myincomejob.com. But these are things that you need to know when you're setting up ads, because the ads don't post exactly the way you create them in Create a Post area of Content 360 as of now. TikTok. I had a handful of videos up here. I didn't really use it, but I'm starting over. I took them down. Let's start over. Here's another one. This image came out good. I'm promoting color your hair at home. I'll show you that in a moment. Oh, but see how, the hashtags are live. That's what I should say. They're live. But this isn't. This is saying original sound. I coded this and added the URL the way it would show in a search field. And it's not live. Now I'm in my Pinterest. I deleted a lot of boards. And I'm going to delete a few more out of Internet Entrepreneurs. But I wanted to keep the board because it was there. I just have to, it probably would be more logical if I just deleted the board and created it over again. That would save a lot of time. Anyway, these two ads, I use the Content 360 to post to Pinterest. I'm going through the motions. And here's another example. You see how the hashtags are live? If I click on it, it brings you someplace. That's the point of a hashtag. but my URL is not. Well, that's things to know. That is stuff you need to know when you're posting to these social media platforms. It still will benefit me. I'm only going to get better at using it. And the software program probably, and I believe it will, evolve into a much better service. But that's why they had a pre-launch sale. It's a part of their growth. So here we go. That's Pinterest. Now in my Facebook account, but a Facebook page I put together a couple of years ago, and I didn't use it, but I'm going to start using it now, and I probably will add it to my website. Over here, this is one of the ads I created at Content 360, and the AI automatically sent it over to Facebook. You see how all the hashtags are live, and so is the URL. I tap on that URL. It brings the visitor to the page I put together, and I continue to add to this page. Hair care for women, and these links lead to my Amazon storefront, one of the pages in the storefront, because this is the topic here, hair color in application bottles. But you get it. There's the rabbit hole just keeps going and going and going. The opportunities just that there's no cap on how far you can go. This works great in Facebook pages. Content 360 does not allow you to post to your personal Facebook account, but if you have a Facebook page, you can do that. This is my X account. Another thing I don't use regularly, but I plan on using these platforms regularly. And me personally, not just the AI, I'm getting everything set up that I just open up the apps and I get to browse, post, comment, like, share. That's the plan. So this is storebuy.shop, x.com, and this ad right here, I posted using the Content 360, and you can see on the old Twitter, the new X, my URL works. I tap it, it brings the visitor to that website, myincomejob.com, for this post. These hashtags, they're live. Gig work, I'll type on gig work, and it brings you to that topic. Gig work, yeah, I'll follow that. Gig work network, sure. So you get it. On this platform, hashtags work, so does the URL to the website. As of now, Facebook pages and X work the way I wanted it to work from the start. And as I went through the motions to learn how to use the software, I realized from analyzing, by reviewing the ads don't post exactly the same on every single platform. Well, that's the kind of stuff you learn when you do. This is my LinkedIn account. I'll be updating the content on this platform soon. Here is an ad that I used the Content 360 to post an ad onto LinkedIn. I'll tap on more. And another thing I learned using Content 360 to post to all the social media platforms, there is a limit to how much content can be included in a post. This one, I have to test out. All the others, I'm not sure if GIFs work on every social media platform, but on LinkedIn it does. And I added this GIF. And, we got our money. It's cute little duck holding the money. I thought it was cute. Good trial run. The post I created, I write, create, produce to earn passive. I use dollar signs because I was trying to shorten it, because with LinkedIn, I noticed that any ads I set up on the Content 360, they're much shorter compared to the other social media platforms. But the hashtags are live, so is the URL, and that's what I want. This is a Tumblr account I've had for almost 20 years. I've rarely used it. It's still active. Every now and then I sign in. I gave it a go with the Content 360. You see their ad? The URL is not live. The hashtags are not live. That doesn't help me. That's live. The visitor to the front page of storebuy.shop. Visit. I have to look at that ad. See, I wrote visit and just storebuy.shop. Let me go to edit. I added the code. Oh, so that works on Tumblr. Okay, I did this very late last night, right before I crashed. I mean, you're at it all day looking at a computer. Yesterday, I really pushed it. And I probably put 8 hours in on the computer, not all at once, but throughout the course of the day. And it's exhausting after a while. Wow, so I added the code, visit storebuy.shop. So that works on Tumblr. I can turn this into a live link to that direct page, because that direct page is this. So I just continue to add to it. Yesterday I added this too. Hair growth products, wigs for women, hair extensions. And when you click on it, it brings the visitor to that specific page on my storefront. Pretty cool. It's amazing. Amazing.